Our upstairs neighbor is the devil. No, maybe not the devil. We would be so lucky to live in a simple, binary God v devil world. But our upstairs neighbor is a demon, possibly an evil jinn. Not a genie, no, not the anglicized version of the Persian concept, something friendly and wish-giving and stuck in a lamp. No, jinn, a thing hidden from sight, made by Allah from smoke, just as humans are made from clay. Things that humans cannot see, but that can see humans, and then can possess them. Possibly through their terrible bass-heavy music. When I was a child, I believed there was magic in spaces between spaces. Alleyways between buildings, and crawl spaces between floors, and all the between the wall spaces. That was where you could travel through time or meet talking animals like in Narnia, or maybe angels on vacation. Of course, children aren't often allowed into such spaces, even if their small sizes make them perfect for crawling. Not seeing them, that's what kept those spaces magic. Now we know alleyways are mostly full of trash, syringes, and non-talking vermin. Do we dare provoke it? No good has ever come from the broom. Nothing's even come from knocking on the door. He never even comes out. Why, he could be a she with a deep, deep voice, for all we know. Riley Williams is the name on the Urban Outfitters catalogs. Riley is a fairly unisex name. Not that any of this matters when we're talking about a shapeshifter, nor is there help in calling the landlord. Another thing hidden from sight. More likely to be managing his tourist traps in the Virgin Islands than to be anywhere near the borough of Queens. No, Winnie, you cannot fly to the Virgin Islands and find him. No, not because you're fat, though I wouldn't say so. It is because you are a chicken. Wings can only do so much. Totoro could make the journey, but it would take so much out of him. He's a forest sprite like me. So Totoro wilts in the tropical sun. Only frozen drinks revive me under such conditions, but Totoro can hardly drink a frozen rum runner. Stuck in this single space. Can't get inside Riley's in-between space, can't get anywhere in this city without a license. A license to drive a car, of all things. A right of all people, only because of one reckless endangerment charge. Reckless. Yeah, it was endangerment, but reckless. That's an opinion, not a charge. And when this opinion came down, everyone expected me to sell my Cadillac. To just get the dent fixed, pitching away my good friend Angel. After all our miles together, our conversation. I mean, how many cars will just open up to you and tell you, hello, my name is Angel. In my previous life, I was a potter in Cuenca, Ecuador. Now, apparently, I am your car. Al could be so charming. But he did ask a lot of questions. How could I sell a spirit? Can it be? Perhaps Riley is off possessing children. Or vaping. How is that, Ralph? In my right ear this time? Oh, Angel is parked at my daughter Dana's lawn in boring Western Connecticut, where she and her boring husband do all they can to make their twin daughters boring people. Of course, you can't make identical twins boring people, not unless they stay apart too long. Twins have an extrasensory connection, and these twins, my granddaughters, why, they're as orange as American cheese. That hair and that pale skin with dollops and specks all over the place, and no one knows where it came from in my family. Curious. I whispered once to May, the slightly smaller one with slightly fewer spots. I said, May, does your mother have any good male friends with red hair? Anyone you often see around? And May's a smart one, far more clever than her unfortunately named sister Madison. So she got the joke and she laughed and laughed. But my daughter, she heard. Hearing she has, humor she does not. I haven't been to Weston that much lately. I hope Angel is well. You make children, yet you don't. A child is a combination of thousands of choices and millions of accidents, the best and the worst parts of you and your fertilizer, a man who you may or may not know very well. And it's scary, scary. No result is not scary, whether she ends up nothing like you or everything like you. Dana has more of me in her than she'll ever admit. You are lucky not to have genitalia, friends. And don't go growing it either. There is a magic to the whole thing, but there's not a magician alive that can control it. I know I made mistakes. I just thought my genetic predilection for wonder was stronger. I don't know how it skipped a generation. Dana always says, aren't you lonely? Don't you think you'd be happier in a home? Ha! People who need to be forcibly habituated with other people lack imaginations. I have my friends here and here. I even get to attend nightly demonic concerts from my very own living room. I am in my own in-between space, and it is rent-controlled. In a few months, when I'm no longer considered a threat to the state, I'm going to go up to Weston. I'm going to pile May and Madison into Angel, with or without their parents' permission, and then I'm going to take them to Mystic, the most beautifully named of all Connecticut towns. I will tell them stories of the ocean that may or may not be true, but will be wonderful, because both of them, especially Madison, are not getting enough wonder in their diet. And we will see whales whose wonder and mystic majesty speak for themselves. And we will eat pizza, because young girls should not be placed on a vegan diet. And because an earlier Julia Roberts film was themed around that very pizza, so it must be good. There is magic to somehow believing in magic. I believe in magic more than that, but that's the only magic I can grant them. It's crucial. They get the.
Oh. Yeah. Wow.